My name is Cassandra Cummings. I am the founder of the Stocks Stilettos Society, over 100,000 Black women investors online. The Stocks Stilettos Society comprises of Black women who are learning about investing in the stock market, and it's a community where women can talk about investing, finances, and growing their wealth. So stock options are contracts where you have the right to buy 100 shares of stock or whatever the underlying instrument is. You don't have to actually own the stocks in order for you to be able to make money off of it. So you can buy these contracts that allow you to either buy or sell these stocks. Stock options are highly speculative. They carry a significant amount of risk, and typically you can lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. So one of the biggest myths about trading stock options is that this is something that you can learn on your own. You really need a skilled person to hold your hand and show you how to trade stock options. The second biggest myth is that these are contracts that expire worthless 90% of the time, and that's not true. When you're buying stock options, what happens is that you have an expiration date. And so typically you can go all the way to that expiration date and your contracts can actually expire worthless, meaning there's no money for you to be able to extract from that contract. But oftentimes what happens is that when you're a skilled option trader, you'll find a way to either come out of that contract before it expires worthless, or you will mitigate that trade by trading something that's going to allow you to recoup what you've paid for that losing contract and come out making money on the back end. Myth number 3 is that you can make money just buying calls or puts. So there are ways in which you can actually do what we call spreads or other types of option trading, such as iron condors. You can do verticals, you can do butterflies. So all of these other different techniques that you can put together a trading strategy around. 3 biggest mistakes that people make when it comes to trading stock options. Number 1, they don't have a trading plan. They need to have a trading plan which allows them to record their entry and exit strategies. And so oftentimes new traders jump in not knowing what the end game is. The second biggest mistake that traders also do when it comes to trading options is that they don't really look at the probability. In trading options, you can look at probability charts so that you can assess what's your likelihood of actually coming out of this trade in a profitable manner. I think a lot of new traders totally disregard that aspect of it too. The third biggest mistake that traders make is that they buy too far out of the money. This is probably not going to make sense to some traders right now, but what happens is that you have contracts that are in the money, which are already profitable, and then you have contracts that you can buy out of the money. And the further you go out of the money, the less likelihood you are to have a profitable trade. And I think new traders make the mistake of buying too far out of the money because they're going based off of price. Those contracts tend to be less expensive. So they're assuming just because they're getting an inexpensive or a cheap contract that it's going to turn out to be profitable for them. And that probability chart helps them to assess the likelihood that that out of the money contract will become profitable. And oftentimes if you go too far out of the money, you're just pretty much making a donation to the stock market. If they're wanting to learn how to trade stock options, they can join the Stocks Stilettos Society. We always have a boot camp, which is an introduction to trading options, and that is our course that we provide. It's a 5-day boot camp, and then you get to go into our larger course, which is about 5 months. But if you join the Stocks Stilettos Society, you get to learn all about trading and investing. They can also follow us on Instagram, Stocks and Stilettos, and then we're also on the internet at stocksandstilettos.co.
The Convo, your home for conversations on Black entrepreneurship and wealth, available on your favorite platforms.